I just went live. I was just waiting. Oh gosh, what is it doing? What's my phone doing? Welcome in. Oh, welcome. Oh, whatnot. Why do you change the chat? Uh, welcome in, everybody. Hi, Annie. This is gonna be my first givey. These are, well, technically, I guess it is vintage almost. It's from 2002. Sesame Street color book stickers. Just missing one of Cookie Monster. And we're just waiting for the raid from Libby. And I know I go see Gathered Crafter, but I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. Yep, we're just waiting for the raid. We have so many friends in here already who are all very quiet and secretive. Welcome in. We're just waiting for a raid. We're on the World of Jim Henson raid train. And hopefully I did justice to that. Oh, I think that was the raid. I didn't see it coming on my computer because whatnot is weird now. But hello, everybody. Welcome into my stop on the World of Jim Henson raid train. This set of stickers right here is going to be my first givey. All you have to do is follow me. These are from 2002. Sesame Street stickers. It's just missing that one right there, just so you know, of Cookie Monster. And we're gonna get started here. Thank you so much to some of my favorite people on this app. Back to Good and Pocket Full of Daisies. I'm not a Jim Henson fangirl necessarily, but I have to get in it for my friends. And ironically, at the same time that she was advertising this raid train, I found this really cool book, which is in my pre-lists, which is really most of the reason why I signed up for this raid train. But I was like, I can make some pretty cool things too. So that is in my pre-lists, and we're gonna show that not right off the bat. Sorry, I'm clicking like 8 things while I'm talking and not doing anything. But this is gonna be your givey. We got 2 minutes left on that. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I want to start. Let's start on my tags here. And we'll pin these. So on my I do a craft with me on Sunday mornings. I decided to make some stack and whack tags. So you can see the bases are kind of collaged. And let me go ahead and zoom out so I can show all of these. And sorry guys, zoom out is my favorite tool on this app, so I use it way too much. So I made a set for the Muppets and a set for Sesame Street. So we have Miss Piggy, Kermit, another Kermit, and Fozzie Bear. And these ones I didn't decorate up as much. I didn't really have good phrases to go with the Sesame Street characters, but we have Super Grover. Oh, and all of these are double-sided, because I had some 12 by 12s that had some like markings on the back, so I just covered over those. So Super Grover, Oscar the Grouch, Bert and Ernie, and the Cookie Monster. So these ones still have a lot of room for you to make your own. So we're gonna do just one for $2, and they should go the slightly cheaper shipping, but let's go ahead and start that now if anybody wants one of these. Tammy, thank you so much for your bid. Which one can I get for you, my friend? Sesame Street. And which one did you want? You only get one tag. Super Grover. And Natasha's gonna get the Cookie Monster stickers. Tammy's gonna get the Cookie Monster tag. And I don't want to do that. That's gonna cover up my chat. All right, and running that again. If anybody wants one of my tags there. And one more time while I put Tammy's thing over here. Oh, I picked up the wrong one. I just saw blue. Thank you for telling me. I saw blue and went for it. Okay, maybe I'll run it one more time in case anybody wants Cookie Monster. There we go. Oh, Libby popped in at the last minute there. And that's your first purchase. Thank you so much, Libby. Which one did you want? Got it for you. And one more time. All right, thank you all. These will go into my tag show next week. It's perfect. All right. Next, let's go to these character rosettes. So I just had some fussy cuts left over. So I made these rosettes. They're just layered paper. And I made 6 of them. So you'll get your choice of 3 of those for the $2. So if anybody wants a set of 3 of these, and these are the only 6 that I have, so we'll run it twice. Running that right now. Oh yeah, Jill, I'll have to show you that. She just came in. I know she's an Oscar fan. All right, how about I run them one more time, except if I give you all 6 for the $2. All 6 of these. Oh, yep, we took me up on the offer. Another Samantha there. Thank you so much. Yeah, by the way, my name is Samantha. I didn't say that. Thank you for your first purchase. And Jill, this is my Oscar the Grouch tag. If you want me to rerun them, just let me know. I have some of the other characters too. And then I have I found these emblems, and I certainly can. And you'll get all 4 of these, but I made them into hidden pockets. So basically you'll be able to stick something, at least the size of a playing card in there. I backed them on craft paper, so you'll be able to glue them into your journal or even potentially make a hidden paper clip out of them. But you're gonna get all 4 of those for the one price. Running that now. Thank you guys so much for your bids. I'm gonna get a basket here because Samantha's got more than one thing. I do just have the one set of those. All right, and I'm gonna bring all of these back out so everybody can see them. But I'll pin those tags back up. And you'll get just one of these. Gonna go ahead and run that now. In case anybody else popped in. And Jill, we know you want Oscar the Grouch. You've been our Oscar fangirl all day. And we'll do it one more time in case anybody else popped in. Thank you all so much for being here. And see, Samantha came in at the last second too. Who would you like? The Cookie Monster. I know, they didn't turn out so bad. They didn't turn out so bad. I'm really kind of proud of the Kermit ones. I don't know. I just like his, like, slightly sensual pose on this one. Oh, I didn't mention it, but I am gonna have a buyer's givey. I make these mini composition notebooks, and what I'm gonna do is I have some paper choices, and I'm gonna make you a custom one in either Muppets or Sesame Street paper, depending on what your flavor is. All right. Let me go ahead and since I showed some handmade stuff, let me go ahead and get into what I think is the piece de resistance of this show. And I've set the price a little bit higher, but I'm willing to lower it. I did some price comping on eBay, and that's why I have it set so high. This is a, from what I can tell, first edition from 1978. I should have did it higher. Let me see. So you can see the whole thing. Where's it say it at? I took a picture of it, but 1978 published in. There's no other information about printing, so I do believe this is the first edition of this book. And I mean, I found it and I looked it up, and I'm gonna be honest, I picked it up because it was a pricier book, and I got it for a little bit of nothing. And then I found this train, and there are so many Jim Henson and the Muppet lovers out there that I really just wanted to go to somebody who loves the Muppets and deserves this book. And the art is really cool. It's super watercolor all throughout here, and you know you have these big spreads like this. So I think there's somebody out there that is really gonna love this book and look through it and appreciate the art. And honestly, if you want to take it apart and turn it into junk journal items, that's not gonna hurt my feelings either. I basically saved this book from probably going into the similar fate. It is really really cool. It has a little bit of everything in it from the Muppets. And there's even so it's called an Abrams art book, and apparently he even did other Harry Abrams Inc. It's an Abrams art book, and no, there's not. I thought there was art on the cover, but I do know that it has this. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that now. We'll just leave it at that. If anybody really wants it, it'll call to them, and I can always run it again, but showing it off to some true Muppet lovers here. Thank y'all so much for looking at that. It was a pretty amazing find, I thought. All right, while I have y'all zoomed out, I also made some little golden book journal kits because I didn't have time to make the full journal myself. I bit off a little bit more than I could chew here on my first couple of months on whatnot, and I just hadn't been able to make it. So I'm gonna show them to you, mostly quickly. But I have Puppy Love, Big Bird's Day on the Farm, and Big Bird's Busy Day. They are these two are full-size golden books. This is one of the smaller golden books. Also, they're all in pretty good condition except for Puppy Love. It has a little bit of a torn cover, but you can certainly cover that up. They are all going to come with some fussy cut printouts that you can fussy cut, book pages, a comic page, and a music page that I didn't put in here because that will become evident in a minute. The music I was going to put in here, I decided to scan it. You're going to get one of my digital kits. Speaking of the bin, I put some printables in there that are Muppets inspired that I can certainly show you, but I put them in the bin because I thought it would be easier. They will ship the plain white envelope if you want to get something cheap today and also help me on my 1,000 sales goal. And then this one just has some Sesame Street inspired paper in it. You're going to get 10 sheets. So each of them has some sort of paper, the digital kits, and then book pages, of which I'll add that music page in. So you have Big Bird's Busy Day, The Day on the Farm. Again, you get some fussy cuts of Big Bird. And then there's this digital kit that's farm related. And I only have a half-hour show, guys, so that's why I'm being a little bit quick. I may be hanging on if the Gathered Crafter does not get out of her meeting on time. And then here's your paper, both farm inspired and Sesame Street inspired. And then last but not least, we have Puppy Love. And here's that damage on that book that I described. But when I make my junk journal from Little Golden Books, I actually cover up the back pages if they're in this condition anyways. It does look familiar. I told you you'd be seeing it again. And there's your fussy cuts of Bert and Ernie. I certainly can. I knew you would like those. And then you get puppies. Because it's all about Bert and Ernie taking care of the puppy who, back to Good said the name earlier, Barkley. That was his name. And then you get some puppy paper and some Bert and Ernie inspired paper there. So I'm going to run that now if anybody would like their choice of one of those. Oh my goodness, thank you all so much. Hi, Hazy Ames. All right, Samantha, which one? Oh, you already answered farm. You're a Samantha after my own heart. I love farm stuff too. All right, running next. I have Big Bird's Busy Day and Puppy Love left. Remember, Big Bird is Busy Day is a smaller one. Puppy Love has a little bit of a rough cover. Running now. All right, Tammy, which one would you like? Puppy Love, perfect. And if anybody wants Big Bird's Busy Day, you guys, thank you so very much. I just started selling. Well, so I've only been on Whatnot since May after I graduated with my master's degree in library science. So I'm officially a librarian now. And Pocket Full of Daisies gave me the shout out that I hit the ground running, or maybe she said I was on fire. Anyways, I did ride the train all day. I'm shameless at work. Let's see. This one is Tammy Carr, Puppy Love. And Samantha is getting this one. Anyways, I've only been on here for 4 months now, whatever it is. And yeah, it's been great and I love it. I've told people a couple of other times, but I made as much on Whatnot in these last couple months as I did the whole last year in-person craft shows. So it really is amazing. Thank you guys so much for all of the love in the chat. I adore so many of you as well. I could just imagine you singing that back to good. All right, we have a Muppets trading cards. My husband and I collect Pokemon cards, but we also open up Disney cards from time to time, and we actually have friends that have a card store that they love Disney too. And these look awful in this light. But these are just Topps Disney Chrome. So think of a sports card, but they made them for Disney characters. So this is Kermit, and this is like they call it like a ice cracked hollow foil something or other, but it's Kermit's baseball card. And then I also have the regular one. You can tell the difference there. This is a special insert. This is Kermit's icon card. And then I also have a Pepe, a Sam Eagle that's holographic, a monster card that's holographic, Fozzie that's holographic, and another monster card that is not holographic. And these, they didn't have the rest of them, but if you get all of these cards, it makes a picture on the back. So you have that. And you're going to get your choice of, I don't know what I'm doing, one of those, and I'm going to run that now. Animal, not monster. I don't know why I keep saying monster. Whatever. He is a monster technically. I mean, am I wrong? Back to good. Let me guess. Kermit. Pepe, what? Running again. T.S. Flynn, which one would you like? And we could go numbers if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sam the Eagle. Alright, I'm gonna switch these up. Running one more time. Which one this time, T.S. Flynn? The Hollow Kermit. Perfect. Running again. Thank you, Pocketful of Daisies. I was just getting ready to ask slash look or pull up her show, so. You want the icon Kermit? I got that. Yeah, we can start doing these more. Running again. This is for Jill. Also, these definitely aren't super like limited edition by any means, so you can probably go out and get them. All right. And before we have to leave, I'm gonna do one more regular givey for you guys, and you're gonna get some somewhere I have them, but I have some ephemera cutouts. Um, and you can tell me either Sesame Street or the Muppets, and I'll get you those. So I have started making friends with ChatGPT and doing some digital junk journal kits. And so my experience with Fraggle Rock and the Muppets that I remember is my grandparents had, I think it was like a Muppet sing-along video, but I remember the Octopus's Garden song. I also remember that Kokomo by the Muppets was on there, and that's where I fell in love with the Beach Boys and all that sort of stuff. So I have two Octopus's Garden kits. And I'm going to show you this one first. This is the more pastel one and a little bit more playful. You can see some of the octopus there have, more friendly creature type faces. And these have 20 pages in them. You're going to get all 20 pages printed on 65-pound cardstock. And again, me and my friend ChatGPT made these. I am totally ethically gray about ChatGPT. It's probably going to be terrible for us in the long run, but if you don't care about that, you can have some very cute Octopus Garden digitals. These are pockets. ChatGPT and I still have to figure out how it can make some things a little bit better. But we'll get there. So I can print as many of these as people want. And that's the pastel one. And then this is the one that's a little bit more realistic. Again, 20 pages, slightly different elements in it. but still octopus garden themes, and you can see it. It still kind of did some of the whimsical type things. And this one made like a little mini folio that, again, I don't know how it'll work out. We still have some things to go for, but it does make some really cool things. But please, guys, do support live human artists when you can. Even though I admit this is incredibly fun, there are still some really cool artists out there who can do really amazing things with just their hands and a pencil. I'm not artistic in any means in that way, so I do have to cheat a little bit sometimes. All right, so if you want, let's do the pastel first. If you want the pastel, I'm going to start that now, and I'm going to do it for 5 and 2. Running now, if anybody wants the pastel garden kit. All right, and if anybody wants the more realistic one, running that now. All right, and Tammy's gonna get one of those. And running again, if you want the more realistic looking Octopus's Garden kit. All right, Tammy, that one's coming to you. And just one more time, if you'd like the more pastel one, thank you so much. I mean, I definitely buy real stuff too, but it is a good reminder that we don't know everything there is to know about AI yet. So there's still some ambiguity there. Okay, I want to run these because I think that someone will love them that is in here. So the reason why I didn't have music paper in those bundles is because I was going to pull it out of this Reader's Digest children's songbook that I had. And I literally just bought it and pulled it off the shelf in Goodwill and never opened it. And when I opened the first page to get music, much to my surprise, the first freaking page is the Muppet Show theme. And I continued, and it has Sing with Muppets. It has Not Easy Being Green. And it has No One Like You with some really cool art. Rubber Ducky, I Love Trash, and last but not least, The Rainbow Connection. These are the originals from that book. It is probably more like 8 by 12. It's bigger. I don't have my thing. Oh, Chris PT, you're gonna get some ephemera. Would you like Muppets or Sesame Street? It's obviously bigger than an 8.5 by 11. So I am selling this one set of the children's songbook of the Muppets and the Sesame Street theme song. I have this one set. I'm gonna start it at the $3. Because again, I know that there's somebody out there who loves the Muppets and Sesame Street that might want to use these originals instead of me just tearing them apart and um, not caring necessarily. So running that now. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much. All right, T.S. Flynn, that's coming to you. Now, I will also say, if you would like, I scanned these today at the library. So if you want a scanned version that's 8.5 by 11, that is not necessarily going to be in this same quality. So you're going to get 8.5 by 11 scans. I will do those. Don't overbid each other. But if you want scans of the Muppet songs, I'm going to run those now. Again, they're going to be scans, and don't outbid yourself. I should have took the time down. It was so special, and I didn't even find it till last night. I'm gonna take my time down. Running now if anybody else wants to scan. Diane and Oz. And running one more time. And last time. That's who I was waiting for. All right. One more time for anybody else, but those are the four people I saw bidding. Oh, sorry. Again, scans. Oh, Jill wants a scan. Can do. Okay. I've got 1 minute left. Chris got the givey. Really quick. I have these four fun books: Sesame Street Treasury, 4 and D, Follow the Leader, Kermit. Shannon, do you want some? Cause I'll just send them to you. And it's not easy being big. I'm gonna run these real quick for your choice. If I can find it real quick, and then we have to raid. If anybody wants one of these books. By the way, I love the Kermit Loves Computer one. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Gathered Crafter should be on. You guys help me smash my goal out of the water for this show. Run these? Run? No, I'm not running the paper. I'm sending it to you. I'm sending it to you. Back to good. Shush. I'm raiding now. I'm raiding. You can't make me run it. If I could find Carmen on here. There she is. Thank you guys so much.